Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the Global Matrix Readers Theater Club. I hope you saw we have a new logo that we put up on our website that was designed by my sister, and I hope you all like it. And I think it sort of symbolizes a lot of who we are and what we do in connecting ourselves through the reading of literature. And today, uh, Georgia is going to host the beginning of the meeting. Georgia?
Hey, hello everyone. This is a special day for, I think, most of the people here. We have a student as well. It's the World Teachers Day. Actually, this is the second event today where I can celebrate the World Teachers Day. The first one was hosted by Keshav from Nepal and We Nepal, where we had the chance to hear to listen to different teachers in their own language and then in English. Thank you, Keshav, by the way. So I decided that we should do something special about teachers. And before we start, I would like to ask first Nazifa, who is the youngest one and who is a student actually, how she feels when she meets a teacher outside school, for example, at the supermarket or at the bakery or anywhere. How do you feel, Nazifa?
Actually, I just feel like I respect my teachers a lot, and when I just got to see them, I just say them a word that is actually used in our religion to show respect to someone, like it's Assalamu alaikum or Namaste, like that, or hello sir. So we just I just use that, and I just ask them how are they, how their days are going, and ask something about our schools, their what would be their next plan, what would be our how would be our exams questions actually, because sometimes I feel like it's going to be harder than the others. So I ask sirs that how it would be, and if I say actually the first one my heartbeat goes so high when just I saw many teachers, and I feel I just got afraid of them. Actually, that's the main feelings in my heart.
Okay.
But really, I love them. But really, I love them because they are our teachers. They are our priorities.
Nazifa, can I ask you, are you surprised when you see them outside of school? Are you surprised to see them?
Actually, I can say it can be surprise for me, but it's sometimes I think, yeah, they must come here for their new works. Don't be afraid and calm down and go and talk with them. I just make my mind to do that.
Good for you.
I think she has covered all the students anyway. So I'm going on to Mahita, who is an older student, let's say. Mahita, how do you feel when you see your teachers outside?
So there are different stories about being a teacher of my school and college, and apart seeing a teacher of my university. These two things are totally different. So when I see teacher from my school or college, so I feel really, amazing. I've a little bit connected, because I've already passed them. So kind of I don't every day meet them. So this is I kind of feel connected. I keep asking them how they are doing. They ask me how my studies are going, and whenever I've come to see my university teachers, they're like, I'm a little bit scared because they have two different characters inside classroom and outside. So I'm a little bit nervous. That's it.
That's an interesting
Livia.
Yeah, wait a second.
Sorry, Tracy.
I'm going to ask you a question. That's what I do best. You said something to the effect that they have two different characters, one inside a school and one outside a school. Can you explain that a little bit more about what
Yes,
you?
yes. Actually, I meant the teachers in our country, university teachers in our country. What I was talking about. So they are really very much, strict inside the classroom. We can't even make sounds here, and we can. Different teachers have different characters, of course, but most of the time, even we cannot make 1 second. We cannot be even 1 second late for the classrooms to attend the classes. The doors are locked, and even if the phone is ringing, then teacher might get upset. So overall, it's really a strict environment. But whenever we're meeting them outside the university, somewhere in market or bank, they're like normal. We can talk them easily. But the it I always it reminds me of the situation in the classroom. Like I was really very scared in the classroom, and now this person is in front of me. What should I do? Should I talk normally, or should I be like I'm always in the classroom? So these are the differences.
And I'm going to agree with Mahitapu, because I know the pain when I just look for them in our schools. They look some different. They carry some different characters, and when we meet outside, they feel like wow, they're so happy, and they're really so
more
very
familiar.
friendly. Yes,
They're
familiar
more
to us.
familiar. We
Yes.
feel more connected, of course, but the memory
Yes.
of being in the classroom comes.
Classroom sound, yes, it comes in our mind and make us nervous.
And I feel like Georgie and Tracy, as their teachers, they can understand, even
Yes, even better.
other teachers also here.
Yeah.
I will share my experience later on. Divya, how do you feel when you see students outside school?
It's exciting. I think more about their reactions than my own, because they are like really excited. It's like you feel like you are some idol, it's like you are some star or something for them. So whenever they look at you, they'll get super excited. I think beyond me, my reaction, I'm just checking out theirs. My God, they actually make you feel like a star. They're like, oh man, we saw you walking on the road, and that'll be like the high point of their lives. Even if they don't get to actually talk with you, they'll be like so excited just to see you anywhere. Oh, we saw you at the mall, and we try to wave at you. So actually, I feel like I'm the superstar of the country or something.
Keshav, what about you? How do you feel when you see students outside?
Oh my God, this is a. How do you get this kind of question? This is really a very tough situation. As a teacher, sometimes if we get good student, like those who are very closer. Some students are so close that I don't mind talking to them anywhere, but some are always trying to be far away. That means they try to save their face. They don't like to come in front, And for me, if I just call them, then they may feel more uneasy. And sometimes I have to just pretend as if I have not seen them and let them go away, because they feel, most of the time students don't feel very easy. But luckily some students are good enough. They just come and talk to me and as a friend outside. But that's almost about 10 or 15%. Otherwise, most of the students, they like to run away. And I teach mathematics, and obviously
Maybe that's the reason, Keshav.
it's very, very difficult to get the student. Math teachers are like monsters for the students, right?
Exactly. Thank you. Aparna, what about you? Aparna, can you hear us? And Patricia has come.
Patricia's come. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
Yes. That's great.
Aparna, can you?
There
Yeah.
she is.
Hi, Patricia, welcome. Maybe Aparna has an internet connection problem.
What about
Ash, what about you? How do you feel?
Ash is sitting there saying, He's unmuting it. There you go, Ash.
No.
Yes, I had to unmute myself. Yes, whenever I see my students on my way, the first thing I do, I just check myself. Everything is in a correct order. I need to come because I'm super, as you know that. But most of the cases, my students, they just scream, "Ashik!"
you are really telling the truth.
Yes, he's telling the truth because I myself is a student.
That classroom environment. I'm an ordinary people, as you know that Mahita had just said that. A typical rough and tough faculty, I mean, a typical ordinary brother-like or father-like attitude. You know, do you understand that? Outside classroom, your teachers or faculty members are showing, right? If I'm not wrong, Mahita, okay? Yeah. So the thing, whenever students, they basically come in my site, I used to check myself a lot. Though I'm not a good-looking teacher though, but you know, I had to readjust everything. I feel very excited and I feel like a superstar. I wish I could give them a autograph, you know, something like that. Thank you very much.
Patricia, we are talking about how teachers or students feel when they see their other half out of the school. So you have to talk about now how you feel when you see your students outside school. Would you like to share your experience?
You have to unmute Patricia.
Unmute, Patricia, unmute yourself.
Unmute.
Patricia.
Patricia, unmute yourself.
Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
You can listen to me. First, good morning, everybody. I'm sorry I was late, but I was in another meeting. I told you with Tracy about it. I didn't want to miss it. Okay. Okay, thank you. Well, as regards what you are talking about, I think that the students are not feeling well because everybody is telling me that they are missing school. They need to be together. They need our feedback. They need our hugs. We need to create this special emotional atmosphere. It is impossible to be present when we are separated by a screen. Anyway, we are trying very hard to do this, but it's not possible. In spite of we are trying very hard, we miss each other and we want to be in our physical classroom to share everything. So here we are trying to teach and they are trying to learn, but it's not easy at all. So we are feeling sad really because our main aim is to go back to school, but we know that we won't be able to go back this year, at least in my country. It's impossible. So the government or the authorities from the government have said that this is impossible. We are having serious problems at the moment. So I think that we'll be able to get together next year. But the students are already having emotional problems, especially children, because of this period of lockdown. They cannot go anywhere, and they haven't been able to celebrate their birthdays or playing with their with their friends or have a normal life. So I think that they are in a very worse situation than we are. This is what is happening here on my experience.
Patricia, do you see any of the students in your everyday life when you go out to do shopping or anything like that? Do you ever see any of them, or did they see you?
No. I try not to go out. I remain in my house. Only if necessary. So I haven't seen them in the streets. No.
Before COVID happened, and you did have regular class, did they see you outside of the classroom?
Yes, of course.
Well,
yes,
how did they feel, and how did you feel? What was the reaction when you would see each other outside of the school environment, outside of the class?
Well, we feel great. We feel great because I normally have a very good relationship with my students. So whenever we have the opportunity to meet outside the school, we start chatting. And if we have the time, we can have a drink somewhere. remember that I'm working with trainee students, so they are grown up, so we can do this sort of thing, no?
Yes, you're working with the older people, older students.
Yes, it's different with children. So normally they are accompanied by their parents, so we can start talking, but that's the end of the story. We cannot have a drink together, but this is what we normally do, if possible, of course. Sorry.
I remember one time when I first started teaching, and I had gone to the grocery store with my son, who was, I think, just a toddler at the time. And there was one of my students there with their family, and she just started yelling across the grocery store, "That's my teacher! That's my teacher! Come, mom, come see meet my teacher. She's got a child too." And it was like, oh my goodness. You know, that you have a life outside of the classroom, you know, and I realized actually that it's important for them to realize that, especially as they want to make you feel, and I know exactly what you mean, Divya, particularly when I traveled to the other countries, I felt always like I was, you know, but
yes, we are special for children.
Yes.
yeah, but also then I'm just like you are. Yeah, I have a child, and I go shopping, and I do this, and I like to go to the park. You know, we do those things too.
Yes, we are normal people.
We're normal people. Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
that's kind of interesting too, though, to see it from your aspect, because you're dealing with older students, so to speak.
Yes.
And Georgia,
Yeah.
are you going to tell us your story, or are we going to get a partner?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you. I teach primary school children, and when I first meet them in year one, etc. And for example, they see me at a bookshop or something, they stare like this. they don't dare to talk to me. And then they say hi, and then the next day, really. And then the next day, hey, miss, I saw you yesterday there. I said, yes, I know, I saw you too, but they are frozen. But I don't think it is a matter only with children. I mean, if I see, for example, a person who works in a bookshop and see him or her outside, for example, at a cafe, at the beginning, I need some time to make my mind work and see, where do I know this guy from? So maybe it's the same with the children as well. But on the other hand, they can't seem to understand, to realize that we have life as well. And then,
I would just want to share this experience that I'm taking classes for these two siblings. So when, like, it has been some time since I've taken classes for the elder sibling. So now today I was taking for the younger one, and the elder sibling got so excited that, okay, ma'am is on screen. No. So even during the COVID time, they are equally funny. It's not, you don't have to meet them in person. Even on screen is like literally pushing his sister aside that, I want to interact with her, just trying to be funny. So I think even over here, we all have our stories to tell.
I think that that's one of the reasons why teachers look younger than they actually are. I think children make us look and feel younger always. I actually,
and
yes,
ma'am, when I was kid, I did the same like you told, and when I just talked with my mom, my mom just shared that views that when I saw my favorite teacher on in a library or a bookshop, I just look at them and think, Mom, this is a teacher. Mom said, go and talk with him. And I said, no, they will. I just caught my mom's hand and I said, Mom, no, they are my teacher. How can I talk with them? So I was a kid. I just got so nervous and scared to talk with them. But now I just don't feel like I should be so scared, because they have also life. You have whatever Georgia ma'am said.
Exactly. Mahita, what would you like to add?
So when I was a kid, I used to ask my mom that, does my teacher take food? Does my teacher sleep like us? Does she has home? Then my mom said yes, and she took me to her home to make me sure that yes, she sleeps and she eats. When I was a kid, when I first got admitted to school, so that's how children feel actually. I know that.
Ash, would you like to add something?
Yeah, thank you very much, Georgia, for allowing me for the second time. That you told one thing that my students, your students, are making us look even more younger. It happened with me several times. Trust me, I am not a good-looking teacher. Trust me, my students are telling me all the time, "Sir, today you're looking very smart." Yeah, they are taking my confidence to the next level. I understand that. Yeah, thank you.
Now that Ash talking about confidence, one day some of the kids were talking to school about who is the most elegant teacher. I always wear t-shirts and trousers, loose trousers. I am like that. And one teacher came and said, "Hey, do you know what the student said about the most elegant teacher in that school?" I said, "Who?" He said, "You." "Me?" Why? But it's a matter, I think, of personality. They don't care about the clothes. They do care about how you behave towards them. And that's what makes this relationship special for me and for all of you, I guess, and for the students who are here. So I don't want to tire you anymore now. First of all, I would like to say that today and every 5th of October since 1994, we celebrate the World Teachers' Day, because we need to celebrate the World Teachers' Day, because teachers are the basis of every society, and teachers are there for your and our children to be supported and be well cared for. And I've decided to share with you a poem that has to do with teachers who have lives. Can you see?
Yes, can see.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Happy
Can
teacher,
see.
happy Teachers Day.
Thank you,
Happy
Maya.
Teachers'
Thank
Day.
you. Okay, so I have 12 narrators here. So all of you, Aparna, are you here or not? Maybe she has internet connection problems.
Yes, I'm here. I'm sorry.
Aparna, I
Yeah.
asked you at the beginning and you didn't answer. Would you like to tell us a few things about how you feel when you see your students outside? I'm sorry I didn't, ask you before.
Okay. Actually, it's like 20 years I'm teaching. Like it is 20 years. So when I see my students and they see me, and actually some of my students are now doctor and CA and like that. But when I see them and they see me and they are very respectful. They just come and they say, "Ma'am, how are you? How are you doing?" And I'm also very happy to see them. It's really, yeah, it's wonderful to see them.
Wonderful
And,
feeling.
yeah, it's wonderful.
Wonderful
And actually, I'm living a little bit far away from my school. It's like a half an hour, and I'm living in a city area, and this my school is in a village. It is in a rural area. So when I'm there, then only I can see students. In the city, it's rarely I see my students. Yeah, but ex-students I see them. But the students that I am having nowadays, I don't see them most of the times. They are not in the city, so that's why. So, but it's wonderful.
It's a great feeling.
Yeah,
Which
I
part
just
of
want
city?
to say. Yeah.
Mahata, which city you are living?
It's the question is to me.
Yeah.
Yes, Aparna, to you.
Okay. I'm in Dhangari. It's Dhangari,
Oh,
Koidali.
okay.
Yeah, it's province number 7, Nepal. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I can see that I have, first of all of you are going to read or not? Is anybody who doesn't want to read? I'm a democratic person, actually. I can ask. Okay, I'll take
There are 10 people.
10. We're 10 with me. Okay, so yes, 10 with me, right? I think. Okay, so Tracy, you are taking number 1.
One.
Pia, number 2.
Okay.
Aparna, number 3.
Okay. Number 3.
Yes, Keshab, number 4. Keshab?
Okay.
Okay. Patricia, number 5.
Good.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, now wait. Mahita is going to take 6 and 10.
All right.
Okay, Divya, 7.
I thought I was 2. No?
No, Pia is 2.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Divya, 7.
Two.
Okay.
Yes. Ash, wait. Nazifa, 8 and 11.
Okay, ma'am.
Ash, 9. And I'm 12. Is that okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, do you want me to repeat?
I'm
No?
1.
Tracy is 1, Pia is 2, Aparna is 3, Keshav is 4, Patricia is 5, Divya is 7, Ash is 9, Mahita is 6 and 10, Nazifa is 8 and 11, and me is 12. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, be my guest. Let me enlarge it a bit. Is it better now? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
let's start.
Do you want me to do the introduction?
Oh, okay, I will do it. I'm sorry. So My Teacher on a Saturday, written by Dave Crowley, redesigned for GMRT by Georgia Manetta.
Saw my teacher on Saturday. I can't believe it's true.
I saw her buying grocery like normal people do.
She reached for bread and turned around, and then she caught my eye.
She gave me a smile and said, "Hello." I thought that I would die.
Patricia?
Oh, hi. Hello, Miss Appleton. I mumbled like a fool.
I guess I thought that teachers have spent all their time at school.
To make the situation worse, my mom was at my side.
So many rows of jars and cans, so little room to hide.
Oh, please. I thought, don't tell my mom what I did yesterday.
I closed my eyes and held my breath and hoped she'd go away.
Some people think it's fine to let our teachers walk about.
But when it comes to Saturdays, they shouldn't let them out. And remember that teachers have life outside of school, just like you. Did you like the poem?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. They shouldn't
With
Good.
Oh, Patricia, you missed the reading. No,
Oh,
do it again.
And the bell rang and I was waiting for a person to come and
We
don't know what to do.
will do it again. We will do
oh
it again.
no,
Don't
sorry,
worry.
no.
It
Don't
was-
don't worry, but I'm so sorry for the, but I had to run.
No. We wanted to be part of the reading. Did you like the poem? Did it express your feelings and thoughts?
The same
It-
what we
It
discussed
does.
earlier.
It's interesting.
Exactly.
It was interesting too to be able to. It was fun to talk about how we felt before we even saw or read the poem, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was kind of interesting how it summed it up. I love the ending of it. I love the ending of it.
I think it kind of took me back to my childhood days when I would see my teacher and I was so completely in awe of them. I would actually, I would want to hide, because I don't know, at that time, we never had the confidence to actually go up and say hello. I was just like, oh my God, I really need to hide now. I would get so excited in my head. I would not tell anybody, but this like completely in awe of our teachers at that time.
When I was
Okay.
when I was in 5th grade, so that would make me about what 10, 11. I walked into my classroom and there was a substitute teacher there who happened to be a very good friend of the family's. You know, one of those people who's really not your aunt or your uncle, but so close that you call them Aunt Faye. And this was Aunt Faye, and she's in class. And she's up there in the front. She's my teacher. And I saw her and I said, "Oh, Aunt Faye, it's so good to see you. What are you doing here?" And she said, "No, it's Mrs. Nelson. You don't call me Aunt Faye. I can't know you or talk to you in this situation because now I'm the teacher." I have to tell you, I had a horrendously difficult time with that, a very difficult time. And I swore then, well, I swore then probably was part of it that I'd never become a teacher. Yeah, look at me now. And, but I also felt like I never want to put that kind of wall up between me and my students. And I always felt that my classroom was a family, you know, and always worked that way. So, but I remember, and I didn't think about it until just now, that horror of going in and seeing somebody I've known for so many years as part of my family suddenly saying, "No, no, no, you know, you can't call me that way. You can't talk to me. You can't." It was very difficult. Anyhow, so that's to share with you.
Thanks for sharing. This group is, you know, for confessions actually and discussions, deep discussions.
Yes.
I would like us to read the poem once more, and then I would like to close this wonderful celebration with something more I have prepared. Hi, Brigitta. She's my little one. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. I repeat, Patricia, that you are
Number 5.
5. Yes. Wait.
Oh, she's got a good long-term memory there.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do the beginning again, and we are ready. So My Teacher on a Saturday, written by Dave Crowley, redesigned for GMRT by Georgia Manetta.
Saw my teacher on Saturday. I can't believe it's true.
I saw her buying groceries. Like normal people do.
She reached for bread and turned around, and then she caught my eye.
Oh, hi. Hello, Miss Appleton.
She gave a smile and said, "Hello. I thought that I would die."
Patricia?
Sorry, I said that before.
Yeah, that's okay.
Hi, hello, Miss Appleton. I mumbled like a fool.
I guess I thought that teacher types spend all their time at school.
To make the situation worse, my mom was at my side.
So many rows of jars and cans, so little room to hide.
Oh, please. I thought, don't tell my mom what I did yesterday.
I closed my eyes and held my breath and hoped she'd go away.
Some people think it's fine to let our teachers walk about.
But when it comes to Saturdays, they shouldn't let them out.
That's good.
Very nice.
So, I would like to end with my dedicating a song to all of you today. It's not mine, of course, I found it. So I'm going to start sharing my screen again. Why? Give me a second. Oh, yes. Okay.
Of course, I think in some places, in some countries,
Yeah.
aren't they still in school on Sundays? Saturdays? I think they have like 6 days of school and then they have Sunday that's free. Some places.
I think so, yes. What about Nepal?
I mean, you know,
What about
Do
they have
In
school on
India, we
Saturdays?
have like alternate Saturdays working. So the second and fourth Saturday sometimes are an off, and first and third Saturday would be working. So generally, it's like that. It's not all Saturdays.
It's not yeah, it's not like our weekends. Yes, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, here in Nepal, we have Saturday holidays. Yeah, week holidays on Saturday, and from Sunday we have a school.
You have
So in
Sunday
Nepal,
school.
teachers shouldn't be allowed to get out.
Yes, from Sunday to Friday we are at school, and Saturday is holiday.
Only one day.
And Friday is sometimes it's a half day. Yeah.
Okay, interesting to know. So I'm sharing my screen. This is for all of you. I hope you can wait.
George,
Yes,
it's also
Hans,
very interesting.
tell me.
It's also very interesting in our part of this world. In Bangladesh, we normally, on Saturday, we don't have any schools here.
So teachers should not be allowed out in Bangladesh as well on a Saturday. Thank you. All right, let me share it. I hope you can all see it. Tell me if you can listen to it. Can you?
Yes, ma'am.
And you read the lyrics as well and tell me how you feel.
This song is for those who inspire us today, who always lend a helping hand to help show us the way. This song is for those who see their students through the tough times in their lives. For that we say thank you. You have made a difference. You have shaped our minds. You have changed the world, one child at a time. You have always been there in everything you do. I hope that you're as proud of me as I am proud of you. This song is for those who heard the silent cries, who stepped in to wipe the tears from the children's eyes. For those who gave us a safe place to grow, a place for us to call our home. Forever we will know that you have made a difference. You have shaped our minds. You have changed the world, one child at a time. You have always been there in everything you do. I hope that you're as proud of me as I am proud of you. This song is for those who taught us right from wrong, who taught us much more than their craft to help our minds grow strong. This song is for those who guide us through and through, so that we can make a life. For that we say thank you. You have made a difference. You have shaped our minds. You have changed the world, one child at a time. You have always been there in everything you do. I hope that you're as proud of me as I am proud of you. As I look back on my life and to the path within my reach, I hope I can change the life of those that I teach. I can make a difference. All I do is try to see a different world through the children's eyes. And I will always be there in everything I do. I hope that you're as proud of me as I am proud of you. And I will always be there in everything I do. I hope that you're as proud of me as I am proud of you.
Great.
Did you like
I
it,
love
Patricia?
Yes. I think that we inspire children, but they also inspire us to be better
Yes.
people.
Yes, I'm glad, Patricia, you said that. I think it's two ways, isn't it? And I
Yes,
loved
two-way
the end
streets,
of
yes.
that brought it back to the kids saying, that they inspire us as educators, and that.
And besides, they're always, sorry.
No, I was just saying, before we started with the video, Nazifa, I was explaining that it doesn't matter what your age is. If you're sharing and giving back to others your knowledge, then you are also a teacher, you're an educator. So we're all both the student or the learner and the educator, and that interconnection is and that song is beautiful. Thank you, Georgia.
Yes, we are connected. And I think that we learn a lot from them, because if we are active listeners, sometimes we can perceive information that is not verbally produced. So if we are good observers, we can learn a lot from them. They are always teaching me, and that's great. So I think that we should celebrate this day to them too, because we are connected in a way.
Exactly, I agree. Couldn't agree more with you. So that's all from me. Divya? Oh no, she's not talking to us. Maybe okay. That's all from me. I was really glad that today I had the opportunity to celebrate this special day with special people like you. I would like to tell you, keep up the good work, keep inspiring your students, and ask my students to keep inspiring us and give us the strength to go on with the things we are preparing for them all the time. That's it. Tracy, over to you.
I want to ask one thing. I want to ask everybody, what do they remember most about their teachers? Like, because it's like, when we think about our teachers, then as a teacher, I feel my style of teaching is very important. What the children are getting, they should understand the concept. It should be done in a way which they find very accepting. So how we think as teachers, but when we look back, especially we who have it's been some time when we've been in school. So what do we remember? Like, what do we remember about our teacher? Because I think that will teach us a lot about how to become a good educator also. So I want everybody to tell, even the young kids, they want, what do they remember most about, who's the most important teacher in their lives, or what is the most momentous thing that they remember about any teacher? It can't be that difficult, Georgia.
No, it can't. Okay, I remember that I had a combination of teachers.
No, one
Some
teacher,
of them were
one incident which, always when we think back to our school, there is something which stands out, I feel. So any one incident was it about a teacher's kindness? Was it about a teacher's anger? I think we remember more about emotions than any concepts that we learned in school.
Okay, I remember that in 1 year of junior high school, I was a classmate of a girl whose aunt was a teacher in there. And every time she would have to give us grades, she would give me a 19 and she would give her niece a 19.5. And this was really unfair to me because I knew that I deserved more. Anyway, the next year though, these things had changed because we changed teachers. That time, she always gave me a 20 and she gave the other person a 19 or an 18. Not because she did it out of revenge, she did it because I deserved more. I totally remember these two teachers because one of them was fair to me, the other one was unfair to me.
Okay. Others, Pia?
Yes, I had also the great experience when I was just 12, grade 7, because I have to leave the Kathmandu, Nepal, and left to Colombo. So on the way, it's my first time. When I was just 12, I took a domestic flight and went to India. Then from there, I met the spiritual leader, Dalai Lama. So he was my first spiritual teacher. From that, his blessing, his guidance, that inspired me a lot. Maybe because of that, maybe today I become as today. And from there, I have another experience to have traveled in a train. So I was so small. I don't have any experience of that. And after the train, I had another experience of take a ship from Sri Lanka, Chennai to Colombo. Yeah, from there I took the bus. So that's a all combination of mode of transportation. I got to have that first experience just before my education was started. So over in Sri Lanka, I met another teacher, whereby I've been very much guided to the end. All ethics, all these subjects has been taught, and we have been very disciplined under that. And that discipline that make me us today. And I remember the teacher they and it was very happy. And after that, I become the teacher that follow my master. So I always respect. And as in Asia, we have the respect for the teacher compared to any other region. And we have been even taken the gift. They give us when the departure, once your semester is finished, all the students, they actually fundraise and they have their special gift, sometimes individual and sometimes a common gift. And I still keep the gift given by the students. Thank you very much.
Keshav, anybody? Aparna?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah, can I?
yeah, sure, who's
No,
that?
ma'am. Ma'am, first you go on, then I will say.
No, you can continue. I'll do afterwards. Come on, continue.
Ma'am, please continue.
Okay, so I was like in grade 4 or 5, I think. Yeah. So at that time, we were having a teacher. She used to teach English, and her name was Anna Pandey, and I loved her name, Anna. And then actually, she was very loving, caring, and very lovely person. Okay. So what happened is she was expecting a baby at that time, and my class, it was upstairs. It was like on the 3rd floor, and she had to just climb all the stairs to reach our class. And then when I used to see her, and even she was very hardworking, and when I used to see her, I used to just think that why don't they keep our class, they put our class at the ground floor? Why she has to just just climb up all the stairs and reach our class? So this memory I could never forget this. It's still in my mind, and it's still her face, and just I think that why she has to it is very, at that time also I used to think that it's really very difficult, and she has to climb all the stairs and coming to our class and teaching us. And then and she was working very hard and very caring and loving. So I remember that. So thank you.
Nazifa?
Okay, ma'am. So now about me, I'm a kid. I know that I'm still a kid, but when I was in KG school, and I have many memories with one of my best teachers I've ever had. So she was my English teacher, and one day when she just asked me a question, she gave my she just that kept our homework, and I couldn't remember that. So she reported my parents that your child isn't working hard. So I thought, oh, she's so tough for me. She's so hard. So I think ma'am is so tough. I don't like her. But the thing is, it was really a rainy day. One day, it was really a rainy day, and I couldn't go home alone. And she just helped me with her umbrella and reached me at my home. And always, I just think that why? I thought ma'am isn't good for me, but she is so helpful. And I just then realized that she did that only for my goodness, and she want that I do better than I did. So she is actually great for a great teacher for me. Still, I love her. I miss her so much. So, ma'am,
Nice.
that was for me, and I really have many memories with her. Like I have visited her house, and she also did. She has teaches me many grammaticals of English, and she has just helped me the many ways I needed.
Ishab, do you remember
No,
any teachers?
no, sir. I like my math teacher a lot because my
No,
papa
no.
is a math
No,
teacher.
No, I didn't say.
I thought unlike math teachers, Keshav. Oh man.
No, I didn't.
No.
I didn't do that for you. No. Because
I just read the wrong message.
no. I wanted to ask Keshav to talk about one of his favorite teachers. I'm sorry.
I just got the wrong way.
Math teachers are, yeah. I have the experience of one of the science teacher now. Let me share one thing. Yes, when I was in class 9, there was there was a kind of political environment outside, and even the students were involved in the politics, and the teachers were also in the politics. Political that vibe, that was yeah, everywhere in the school and in the colleges. That was the period of a kind of political awareness or movement going on against one of the political system, government system of Nepal. And I was in class 9 at the time when I got to know something about that political that alignments, student unions and like that. And we were almost all the friends in my class were of one party, one student union. But our science teacher belonged to some opposition student union. So he was not always fair, he was always angry when he entered in our class. And whenever he came, he was with some very furious mood, very angry and aggressive. And one day, I don't know how he got to hear about the response of the students from our that student union. He came with a stick, and just as soon as he entered the class, he started asking a very, very difficult question, science question. He had never asked any, or he had never given any hint about that this day he was going to ask any question. Just he came inside the class and he started asking like, yes, today I'm going to ask you the question. And he started the question, but all of us were unaware, and he started beating us like the animals. I never ever forget him beating all the students in the class. Yeah, in the that what to say, yeah, just feeling that nobody prepared well. Actually, that he had not taught that lesson, and nobody was familiar with that question. And so, yeah, I also got the very severe punishment. That was the first and the last this punishment I ever had from any student, any teacher. So I never forget that teacher. He's a principal of one of the school nowadays. And whenever I see him, then I always remember the same incident. Okay, there was a amazing experience with one of the teacher in my life. Thank you.
Keshav, I
Bad
want to ask you a
experience.
question. Keshav, in my travelings, particularly a lot in Africa, but in Nepal and India too, it was not unusual for me to see the teachers have a stick and to hit the students with the sticks if they were talking to each other.
Yes, yes.
It was common. And of course, me being who I am, being me, I would always walk up and take the stick away, and I would break it and toss it out and tell them it was never supposed to be in a classroom ever. I mean, it was huge. But that was not an uncommon way of thinking, and still isn't, I think, as far as teachers feeling that they must be in control of the class. And that's why having them work together as peers and doing that kind of stuff was totally against the way that they taught, or how they wanted, because if there was noise in the classroom, it meant that there was no learning happening and that it was disorderly, and I take them outside, we go outside and learn and things, and this was like crazy to them. Is it, do you think it's because it's part of what the custom or the mindset of people to think that that's how education and learning has to happen? It must be in a controlled environment and so forth. Or do you see perhaps COVID maybe allowing that kind of view to start changing our perceptions of how learning can happen and what we can do? What do you think?
Yes, some years ago, the physical punishment, corporal punishment was very common in most of the schools, almost are all around Nepal. But slowly that system has changed, and nowadays teachers are very friendly, and then not using physical punishment a lot. Although sometimes we have the news that the teachers have become so brutal over the students, and they lost the control of their mind, and they forget that they are teachers. They behave like the devils, but in some cases this is also because of the pressure from the school administration and from the parents also. Sometimes even the parents are coming to the school and asking the teacher, you give some punishment, otherwise this child is not obeying and disobeying, not doing homework, and like that. And even the school administration does like that. But the situation is slowly improving. Luckily, our children are safer in comparison to the condition of our time. When I was just starting the teaching career for a few years, I was also using a stick, because the administration, the principal used to give a stick to all the teachers. And that stick was necessary in the class, that cane was necessary, and kind of if the teacher has no stick, then the students used to feel that this is not a teacher. So but now situation has changed. I hope that teachers will become more friendly, and they become the facilitator instead of teachers now.
Thank you, Keisha.
Well, I think that silence is not healthy in the classroom. I think that the students, when they are busy and they are productive, some noise around is healthy. So we need to have them active. And if they remain in silence, this means that they are listening to the teacher and they are passive receivers of information. That's why drama is so important, because they make them active. So this is what we need to teach our students, to empower them with this kind of teaching, make the students move around, because when they are moving around in the classroom, they are being creative, they are trying to organize an activity or whatever they are supposed to do. And so I always say that silence is not healthy in the classroom at all.
Doesn't that
because this means that you're an instructor.
Doesn't that show that they're excited about what's going on and they're discussing and sharing and that kind of stuff? There's more excitement and motivation going on in the classroom when there's noise. Yeah.
Of course. But some teachers prefer to have silence and to keep them in control. And that is a big mistake. And so we are trying to make them think differently, so that this productive noise should be present in the classroom. But it's difficult to change, because they want to remain in the comfort zone. That's the problem. They do not want to take risks. And if you don't take challenges, you don't know what may happen in the classroom. So a classroom may be full of magic. It depends on you and your attitude towards your children. Well, I'm sorry, but I need to leave because I have to go on working. It's been great to be here. And I'm sorry that
For
I was
joining,
late, but
Patricia.
I have really enjoyed this meeting and very productive and very enriching. Thank you very much. And I'm sorry that I need to leave. I was late and I'm leaving earlier. So I'm so sorry.
No.
Thank you, Patricia. Thank you for
So
coming.
happy that you go.
Well, see you any other time.
Namaste.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Aparna is also leaving now. She's saying that it's dinner time.
Yeah.
Dinner time.
It's late, yes, in some, yes.
Yeah.
Agree.
Okay, see you then.
Bye, Aparna, bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, yes, this has been wonderful fun, and I'm so glad Georgia brought this up and sent me this poem and said, "What do you think?" And I said, "I love it. I love it. Let's see what people think." It's been delightful.
I wanted to post the song on my Facebook wall, and I kept it as a secret to have it here to the GMRT session, and then I will post it on my Facebook.
Then you post it and tag people and certainly put it into the GMRT group, and I will tag it with the pictures that I've been taking of the group as well, and then the video, of course, will come up too. It was lovely. So you all have a wonderful, wonderful October. Remember, we're going to think about crazy Halloween October. And somebody wrote down that in Nepal you have the Dashan festival. Is that right? Dashan?
Kesab, yeah.
Okay. We might look and find out a little bit more about that. Maybe somebody in Nepal would like to do a special GMRT session around the festival. So if you do, you let me know.
The bells ring.
Yeah, that's the nice opportunity. That would be nice opportunity, as well as, yeah, that's I think Kshitiz was best at writing this script, and but he's very busy these days because I have given him another program with the Japanese students, and he's busy with his 30 students exchanging with Japanese students these days. They have a session for 5 days and it's super busy there. Let me see, I'm a little bit busy up to 10th October for a virtual session with our brilliant presenters like Georgia from different countries. And just now during this session, this MRT session, I got a call from US Embassy Kathmandu that our cultural affairs officer is going to be the chief guest, and he agreed my proposal. And this is a nice thing for Scrabble Club Pokhara, and yeah. And all the participants and the presenters are going to get the certificate signed by Cultural Affairs Officer from US Embassy Kathmandu. And so for these kind of arrangements, I'm a little bit busy till October 10, but I have just noted down about good session. The students and teachers of Nepal can share a lot and join together, and we can have a nice session. I'll try for that.
Keisha, I believe you're also busy on the 10th in the morning. Are you not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm not sure. When does the holiday begin?
Never forgive some.
Yeah, that our holiday begins from, sorry, I couldn't see that properly, from 10th plus 7. Okay, from 17th of October.
Oh, it might
17th of October.
Well. It might fit in really well to what you may end up doing for your training. So keep that in mind.
Yeah. Yes, today also there was a short celebration of Teachers' Day, and there were 11 presenters, and they did very well. And I've been getting lots of very nice feedbacks even now. Yeah, they're sending, and they're watching the video recording, and yeah, of course there are. Yes, it's a very great honor and inspiration for me as a teacher, uh, and that I've been getting the supports from all around the world. I feel so glad that I was born in Nepal, but I've got the supports from all around the world. Like, I have brothers and sisters all around the world. So I feel that I'm a member of a big global family.
Yes.
Thanks, God. And thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us in Georgia. Thank you for finding the poem and leading today's group. It was so much fun. It's always